Okay, I want you to just picture a scenario for a second. Let's say it's a Monday. You decide, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to be the healthiest person alive.
Total commitment.
Full commitment. You buy the expensive yoga mat. You're up at 6 a.m. meditating to, lower your cortisol. You're eating clean kale, whatever it takes.
You're basically living the Instagram wellness dream.
Exactly. You are glowing. And to top it all off, you're sipping on this nice, warm herbal tea that's like specifically for your adrenal glands to help you relax.
Sounds perfect. You're checking every single box.
On paper, yeah. But then, fast forward 2 weeks, and this is weird. Instead of relaxing, your heart starts like racing while you're just sitting on the couch. And your blood pressure, which was totally fine before this whole health kick, it just spikes.
Sure.
And then you get these massive leg cramps in the middle of the night.
That's a cruel irony. You think you're doing everything right.
And the reveal here, the thing that's just wild, it isn't bad luck. The culprit is that innocent little herb in your tea mug. Or maybe that old-fashioned candy you've been eating. We're talking about licorice.
The dark side of the candy aisle.
It sounds so ridiculous, right? If I said a root vegetable was secretly plotting against your cardiovascular system, you'd think I was crazy.
But when you look at the biology, that's pretty much what's happening. It's a sleeper agent in your pantry.
So our mission for this deep dive is to get into why licorice root is, maybe the #1 thing to avoid if you have high blood pressure. We're going to look at how it pulls off this chemical con job inside your kidneys. And this is the part that blew my mind, why 98% of us are already chemically vulnerable to it.
That 98% stat it's a game changer. It reframes the whole thing.
It really does. So let's start at the crime scene. How does a piece of licorice or a cup of tea actually mess with your heart? Because this isn't about sugar.
No, not at all. This is pure pharmacology. And it starts with a specific compound called glycyrrhizin. That's the active villain in our story.
Glycyrrhizin. Okay, that sounds like a Harry Potter spell or something.
It's a mouthful. But here's the thing. That compound has a very specific key that fits a very specific lock in your body. And to get it, you have to understand your body's security system.
Okay.
We have this special enzyme. The technical name is awful. It's 11-BHSD2.
Yeah, that's a terrible name.
Let's just call it the safety enzyme.
The safety enzyme. I like it. Much better.
So this safety enzyme, it has one job: protect your kidneys from cortisol, the stress hormone.
Right.
Now, what most people don't realize, that cortisol looks a lot like another hormone, aldosterone.
Okay, so they're like chemical twins. Why does that matter?
It matters because your kidneys have these receptors, think of them like parking spots, that are meant for aldosterone. When aldosterone parks there, it tells the kidneys, hold on to salt. Cortisol can also park there, but it's not supposed to. It's like a rowdy guest trying to get into the VIP section.
So the safety enzyme is the bouncer.
Exactly. The bouncer stands at the door and deactivates cortisol. It basically tells it, you can come in, but you gotta behave. It turns it into inactive cortisone.
So it keeps the rowdy guest from trashing the place.
Precisely. But here comes the hostile takeover. When you eat licorice, that glycyrrhizin compound physically blocks the bouncer.
It takes him out.
He's gone, tied up in the back room. The licorice takes the safety enzyme completely out of the equation.
Oh, wow.
And without that protection, cortisol just floods the kidneys. And because it looks so much like aldosterone, it starts parking in all those reserved spots.
So it's biological identity theft.
It's exactly that. Cortisol puts on a disguise, and it tricks your body into thinking there are massive amounts of this salt-hoarding hormone everywhere. The body goes into emergency survival mode.
And what's the first thing it does in an emergency?
It hoards sodium. It pulls salt back from your urine like crazy. But, and here's the other side of the coin, to hold on to sodium, it has to get rid of something else to balance the charge.
And let me guess, it dumps something really important.
It dumps the good stuff. It aggressively flushes potassium out of your system.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You eat licorice, it fires the bouncer, cortisol gets drunk, steals an identity, and tells the kidneys to hoard salt and dump potassium.
That's the mechanism. And the results are exactly what you described. Fluid retention from the salt makes you puffy. The extra fluid drives up your blood pressure. And losing all that potassium...
That's the leg cramp.
That's the leg cramps. And even scarier, the heart arrhythmias. It's a cascading failure from blocking one single enzyme.
That's terrifying. But that makes me wonder, why is our body programmed to hoard sodium in the first place? It feels like the opposite of what we need today.
Well, that's the whole problem, isn't it? We are running ancient software on modern hardware. It's a total evolutionary mismatch.
You mean like back to caveman times?
Exactly. In our ancestral environment, sodium was incredibly rare. You couldn't just get a bag of chips. But potassium, on the other hand, was everywhere. It was in all the plants, the roots, the berries.
So the supply chain was the complete opposite of today.
Totally inverted. So the human body evolved these really aggressive systems to hang on to every last molecule of salt it could find. It treated potassium like it was disposable because the next meal was full of it.
Our bodies are basically salt preppers, and now we're just drowning in this stuff.
We are drowning in sodium and starving for potassium. And that brings us to that stat you mentioned, the one that explains our vulnerability.
The potassium stat.
Right. The data shows that 98% of the population does not get enough potassium.
Wait, 98%. That's not a small group. That's basically everyone.
It's virtually everyone. The recommendation is 4,700 milligrams a day. Almost no one gets that.
So we're all walking around already deficient. We're running on fumes, potassium-wise.
Yes. And that is what makes licorice a danger multiplier. You take an average person who's already low on potassium, and then you add something that forces their body to dump the little bit they have left.
You go from low to dangerously low really fast.
Very, very fast. And we forget that potassium isn't just for bananas. It's the electrolyte that lets electricity conduct in your body. It runs your heartbeat. It powers your nerves and muscles.
It's the battery. And licorice drains the battery.
It drains the battery while overfilling the tank with salt water. It's a terrible combination.
Okay, so now we have to talk about the trap, because the irony here is it's just too much.
It's truly iconic.
People often take licorice root tea or supplements to help with stress. You go to a health store for adrenal fatigue, and what do they give you?
They hand you a blend with licorice root in it. It's marketed for adrenal support.
Right. But what you're saying is you take it to calm down, but it chemically creates the exact symptoms of massive, uncontrolled stress inside your body.
That's the paradox. You're trying to fix the problem by taking something that mechanistically is the problem.
That's just rude. So who is really at risk here?
Well, first, we should be clear. Most of that red, waxy licorice candy isn't licorice at all. It's mostly corn syrup and red dye.
Okay, so that's a different problem.
A different problem, yeah. We're talking about real black licorice or the actual root in teas and supplements. And the risk is highest for older adults, anyone who already has high blood pressure.
Makes sense.
And anyone on diuretics or water pills, those already deplete potassium, so it's a double whammy. And here's a big one. Anyone taking synthetic cortisol, like prednisone.
Oh, wow. I never would have thought of that, because you're just adding more fuel to the fire.
You're pouring gasoline on it, you're taking a drug, and then you're taking an herb that stops your body from breaking that drug down. You're essentially creating an overdose.
So how much does it take? Are we talking about a huge amount?
This is the part that catches everyone. It takes shockingly little. The data suggests just 2 cups of licorice tea a day can be enough to start shifting your electrolyte balance.
2 cups. It's not a binge. That's just a morning routine for some people.
Or about 2 ounces of black licorice candy. It's a handful, every day for a couple of weeks. Could be enough to cause serious problems. It's a slow burn.
And this is the part that reads like a medical TV show. This condition. Licorice poisoning. It looks like something else entirely to a doctor, right?
It's a complete medical mystery. If you go to the doctor with high blood pressure, swelling, and low potassium, they're not thinking about candy.
What are they thinking?
They're thinking you have a rare hormone disorder, or even scarier, an adrenal tumor. They will start ordering MRIs.
So they're looking for a tumor in your kidney.
Absolutely. And you're terrified. They're running all these expensive tests.
And the whole time, the answer is in your tea cabinet.
Exactly. Unless you happen to mention it, you could go through a whole medical workup for a tumor that isn't there, all because of an herb.
So, is licorice just evil then? Should we just avoid it forever? I mean, it's been around for thousands of years.
No, and that's the important nuance. It's not evil. It has a 3,000-year history of medicinal use.
3,000 years.
The Romans, the Egyptians, traditional Chinese medicine, it's a classic remedy for ulcers, coughs, and gut inflammation. And for good reason, it works for those things. It's very soothing to the stomach lining.
So it's good for the gut, but bad for the heart.
In its natural form, yeah, that's the trade-off. But this is where modern science comes in with some good news. There's a hack.
Okay, finally. Give us the hack.
Scientists figured out how to take the licorice root and chemically remove the glycyrrhizin, the compound that messes with the bouncer.
They diffused the bomb.
They did. It's called DGL. It stands for deglycyrrhizinated licorice.
DGL.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a shipping company, but I'll remember it.
If you see DGL licorice, usually as a chewable tablet for heartburn, that's the one. You get all the gut-soothing benefits without the blood pressure and potassium issues. The bouncer stays on the job.
That seems like a no-brainer then. You get the good without the bad.
It really is. For health purposes, DGL is the only safe way to go long-term.
And what if someone's listening right now and having a panic attack thinking, oh my God, that's me? Is the damage permanent?
That's the other bit of good news. It is almost always reversible. Once you stop taking the licorice, the glycyrrhizin clears out, the enzyme starts working again, and your body rebalances itself.
The bouncer comes back from his break and order is restored.
Order is restored. You might need to eat a few extra bananas to speed it up, but yeah.
So when we boil it all down, the takeaway here isn't just licorice is bad. It feels like it's about something bigger.
It really is. The core lesson is that natural does not automatically mean safe. We put this halo around anything that comes from a plant.
Right. Arsenic is natural.
Exactly. Snake venom is natural. Licorice is powerful medicine, and you have to respect it. Just because it's in the tea aisle doesn't mean it can't hijack your biology.
So the simple advice is, check your labels.
Check your labels. If you see licorice root or Glycyrrhiza glabra and you have any concerns about blood pressure, just put it down. Or look for those 3 magic letters.
DGL.
Yeah.
Got it. And maybe, eat a banana. We could all use the potassium.
Please. We're all in that 98% club.
Absolutely. This whole thing just leaves me with one final thought. We assume everything in our kitchen is, harmless.
It definitely raises a question.
If a simple root tea can mimic a tumor and completely confuse a doctor just by blocking one tiny enzyme, what other harmless things in our kitchen are secretly running our biology while we aren't looking?
And that is a thought to chew on.
Thanks for diving deep with us. We'll catch you next time.